Alright, what's up you guys? Today I've got two Nintendo DSi's. Both of them have something wrong with them. So I'm going to take parts from both of them and try to make one completely working Nintendo DSi. Check it out. Alright you guys, as you can see here, I've got two DSi's. One, the black one, which is in pretty good condition. The only problem with it is that it's got a bad charging port. And then on the other one, the blue one right next to it, this one has a bad screen. As you can see, the upper screen has some damage to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the motherboard out of the light blue one, place it into the black one, and create a nice charging black DSi. Alright you guys, you can see here I have some tweezers I'm going to be using to pick things up with, a little plunger, a little picking tool to pull ribbons out and maybe separate plastics, and then I have my Phillips screwdriver. That's pretty nice actually. The different parts on it move, makes it nice and easy to work with. I also have this magnetic sheet so I can organize my screws. Alright. Alright you guys, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you always want to do whenever you're pulling a game like this apart is you want to start with the battery. There's two screws on the battery cover, pull those out, and the battery should come out nice and easy. After that, you want to make sure to get these little blue rubber pieces near the cartridge. Pull those out carefully because, as you will see, one of mine's tore up as it was coming out. I was trying to be careful, trying to bring it out, but it ripped on its way out anyway, and the rest of it got stuck inside, and I ended up having to dig it out of there. Once you get them out, there's two screws underneath those. I believe in total there are 7 screws on the back of the DSi. Yes, that was right. There was 7 of them on the back of the DSi. Once you get all 7 out, you can slowly begin to pry apart the plastics, being very careful not to pull the ribbon cables underneath. Alright, just be careful when you're pulling the plastics apart. There we go. Looks like I got it open. And as you can see here, there is that one ribbon cable that attaches the back plastic to the motherboard. Be careful not to pull that one off. Alright, the next step you want to work on when you get the DSi opened up like this is you want to start separating all the ribbon cables. There's 5 ribbon cables that you need to detach. 2 small ones, 1 medium one, and 2 larger ones. And then there's also a power cable. Okay. Then there's also the antenna up towards the other end. And then the, I don't know if that's like a Wi-Fi card or what it is, but it's black and it's a rectangle. And then there's also 3 screws on one side of the motherboard and then 1 smaller screw on the other side. So a total of 4 screws that you need to remove. My first time around doing this, I missed that 1 screw off by itself. Make sure you guys don't miss that one. Alright, again, when you start pulling the motherboard up, there is another ribbon cable underneath that is holding on. Make sure you are very careful not to damage these when you lift up the motherboard. Alright, now that we got the motherboard out of the light blue DSi, let's go ahead and move on to the black one. We're going to do the exact same thing that we just did, so I sped up the video just a little bit faster so we could skip through this a little bit faster. Alright, let's get this thing put back together. The first thing I want to talk about is getting everything back in place when you're putting the motherboard in. You guys see these two antenna wires? They need to make sure that they are run along these tracks. Make sure those two wires are shoved down next to the buttons and they're deep down there and they're nice and flat. That way they don't get in the way of anything. I did make a mistake with this one time around and I had to fix it and go back and redo it. Now the next thing was this top screen ribbon cable. It was kind of a pain to get back in there. I had to hold down one ribbon cable with my index finger while feeding the ribbon cable into the motherboard with the thumb. And it was pretty tricky, but it ended up taking me probably about 15 minutes to get it in there. Just keep working at it. If you're having trouble with it, don't get mad. Just take your time and try to get it without damaging anything. After getting that top screen ribbon cable in, everything else was very simple. It's just putting everything back where it belongs and making sure it all fits. Once I got it back together, I'll show you if it works. Alright you guys, thanks for watching. As you can see, I'm glad that I got that DSi back together. I was able to steal the parts that I needed from the other DSi with the broken screen. I am going to put that other DSi back together. Maybe I might sell it for parts, maybe I might eventually get new parts to fix that one. Not really sure what's going to happen with that one, but got a nice, perfectly working Nintendo DSi. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Have a good day.